Hello, today we're going to try and create a pivot table. And pivot table is just a way we able to present data so it makes more sense so an audience can understand what we're trying to do. Think of that like your regular frequency table. You have, I mean, for example, look at what we have. We have a data set of about 300 restaurants, all you see all 300 of them, and they are some of them are seen as good, some of them are very good, some of them are excellent. That's just the rating by quality. And then we also have um, the price for each restaurant. And so we have 18, $22, $28. We can make this easy for us to understand by kind of grouping the meal price, maybe 10 to 20, how many restaurants, the cost of a meal is 10 to 20. Or we can also group it and say how many restaurants have a quality rating of good, very good, excellent. And that's what the pivot table does for us. So the first thing we're going to do is we go to insert, right? And then you see your pivot table right here. And so we now say we want to select table and range. That allows us to be able to create a table and put our range. We want to, maybe do a range for like meal price and the rest. Once you get that, then you get this function or table comes out. Now, when this dialog box, comes out, sometimes you may not see this. If it doesn't show you this, then you can just type in, the first and the last data set. For us, it's able to provide it. This is provided for us, so that's good. You can use existing worksheet. That means that your result will be right here. I like to use new worksheet because then I don't have to deal with this data set, but it's still going to be useful anyways. It's still going to calculate without me doing that. So just leave it here and just press OK. Once you press OK, you can see that you've come into a new sheet, right? Your data is right here, every new sheet here. This what's telling you right here, we actually is a function of this. And once we put information in here, you see all this is going to kind of change, right? You're saying drop your column, drop your row, drop your values here. And so we're going to do that using the data set we have here. And once we put these values into here, right? Once we drag these values here, you're going to see that these are going to actually change. And that's the beauty of creating a pivot table. So for example, we can say, okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to drag quality rating, right? And put it in rows. So quality rating will be right here, right? So we'll copy quality rating here, and we're going to drag that into rows. See how easy it is? You can see quality rating will drag into rows. Simple. We can say, okay, the price of the meal wanted to be on columns, right? And this is something that you can choose to do depending on what you're trying to do, right? And so we take meals and put it into columns. And you can see, right? So, but you can see it's just 10, 11, 12, 13, $14, right? It's adding up basically from the smallest to the biggest, to the largest. We're going to group this as we want to. For now, we're just trying to put it right there. And then it's asking us what is the value that we want, right? The value, remember, is restaurants, right? And so we put the restaurants right here. So you can see, right? Right now, you can see that it begins to make sense, right? But at this point, we want to make this to look much better. And so we want to find the sum. So we're going to go to the sum of restaurant, and we don't want it to be sum. We're going to try and change it into count, right? And so that tells us the number of those restaurants. And so we select this, and then we go to, I think, value. Yeah, it's better. That's the right way to go. Then we still want to do count, not sum, right? And that changes the whole game, which would okay. And so you see it's now giving us the count. So for every single restaurant, not the addition of those, right? Okay, so now that we've done that, right, we can then go ahead and say, okay, what we want to do now is to group the columns, right? We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We don't want that. I want to group them, right? By meal price. And this is a choice that you can make if you are trying to use meal price, right? In this case, we're using that. And this is also dependent on the question that you're being asked. And so when you come right here, right, you can select any meal price, doesn't really matter, right? And so what you just do is you just right click. And so we're just going to right click here. Once you right click here, we're going to group because we're trying to put group meal, right? Meal price, you press group. Now we're starting at 10, obviously, right? And what's the biggest number? And so you should be able to check what the biggest number is. So I think the biggest number is 49. So we're seeing that the smallest number is 10, the biggest number is about 49. And it's saying by 10. What that means is that it's just going to group, and so it's going to group it by tens. And you can change this depending on what your professor asks you to do. You can do it by 5, you can do it by 15, you can do it by 2. It's up to you, whichever is easier for you. And so in this case, we press OK. And so what we've done here is that we've grouped it into 10. So you can see 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. And so we'll be able to group that. All right. I hope you're following along because we have a couple of more steps that we're going to follow. And this is just a few of them. All right, let's continue.